Nah, you're right. That's what I'm getting into. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you so much. Go ahead, Rooster Coin. Shout out to Rooster Coin for the contribution in the Cash App. I appreciate that, bro. Go ahead. You got a minute to drop your point because we're closing out.
Hey man, I know I came in late, man, but to all the fake outrage, bro, and I comprehend everything Vivek and Elon are talking about. But just to y'all on this screen, because I see we all black and shit, right? I just want to ask y'all, how many folks do you know, Brandon, Nefertari, Robert? How many folks do you know? Do they know? Do they know that actually qualify for the tech engineering positions that these people are talking about? Because
Well, I live in California, so I know a lot of black people that are qualified for these jobs. Like I mentioned that before you got in. I know, like in California, if you know 20 people, like eight of them are in tech. And like I got one homegirl, her name is Ann, bro. She every time I look at her
And
Instagram, she
now
in another
everyone to
country. She
travel,
works remotely.
hollers
She's
in
in
there
like
who can travel together.
finance
You know what I
for like
mean?
some
That's
huge tech
it.
company. She riding a G wagon and shit. Just bought two houses in LA. She a black sister, man, making that bank. So I do know a lot of people are qualified, but I do understand where you're going. If you
so
go
she
throughout
qualified
America,
for the 1% that they're talking about.
I could, hell yeah, yeah. She making over
Okay,
200,000 a year. So
okay,
yeah,
damn. I mean,
she
hey,
got a G
Brandon, I
wagon,
I
bro.
feel you. I
She the
feel you.
only person I know with a G wagon. Like,
Damn, you know what, Brandon, man? I feel you, man. But at the end of the day, bro, a lot of us, right, don't know anybody that qualifies for this 1% of position that you're talking about. That's why I respect it, bro. Because, bro, I come from Florida, bro. I cannot name one Negro down there that can qualify for this position, bro. It's a reason why every time you call certain banks or certain companies, bro, the person you're talking to is from India or other countries like that, bro. So with that mindset, I have to understand what these people are saying, bro.
but what I will say, a point that a lot of people are missing is this: there aren't even a lot of people qualified for those jobs in India. What they're doing is they're saying they're using the H-1B visa to bring in the best and the brightest, like genius level people. But what they're really doing is bringing in people who are not qualified, who will just work for cheaper wages. See, when the person comes in with a visa, you can pay them less money than you would have to pay an American by law. Like it's legal. If someone comes in on an
True.
H-1B visa, you can by law pay them like 30 or 40% less than an American, right? So I feel what you're saying and I agree with you. But what I'm saying is the companies are abusing that visa. They're not bringing in the best and the brightest. They are actually just bringing in a cheap labor force, and that is the issue that many MAGA people like. I gave you the example of the white boy. I was gonna play this clip if I was at home, but he talked about how his company, he was working for Google. They came in and told him, you are going to lose your job. They told him and like 16 other people, you guys are all going to be fired in 90 days. You will be training the people who are going to replace you. He said they brought in a bunch of people from India. They were paying them half of what they were paying him and his colleagues, and they had to train these people to replace them over the next 3 months, or they would not get a severance package. That's not bringing in the best and the brightest. That is replacing your labor force with another labor force that is willing to work for less money. And that's the abuse that we need to watch out for. But what you're saying is a great point.
Nah, Brandon, you know what, Brandon? Like we spoke before, bro, and I gotta say, I agree with what you're saying. So I'm certified HVAC. I live in Minneapolis, bro, and ever since I've been out here, I came to the understanding that Indians from India, right? And this is something that you won't know unless you're like in the loop. You feel me? But they have this thing where they come here 7 years tax free, right? They work, get the same checks we get, but it's tax free. And after that 7 years, they go back home and renew that shit. You feel me? I've seen some of these folks before. So I understand what you're saying with that. We got to watch out for all that. But if they're talking about like the top of the line engineering, like bringing folks in here to like keep America going on like on like a study path of like greatness and just like bro, like technology changes every day, and a lot of us avid Americans ain't ready on that, bro. Especially not our community, bro. So
Yeah,
I kind of get, you know what I mean? I kind of get what they're saying, bro. But I also understand what you're saying, bro. Like I'm in the loop when it comes to like these people in like their fraudulent ways, bro. I'm on it, bro. You feel me? Like when I found out about like 7 years tax free bullshit. I mean, how many folks on this line wouldn't want to get a paycheck for 7 years tax free? That should have
but
blown me up.
everybody.
You feel me? So I understand what you're saying, man. But when it comes to that 1%, bro, we don't know too many people, bro. Like I said, I now live in Minneapolis, bro. It's a lot of techie people out here, bro. But are they like the top, like the 1% that can really move us in like the next direction? I don't know too many of those, bro. But I hear you. You from
Yeah,
California, you know what I mean? I get it.
and that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, yeah, bring in the best and the brightest, but at the same time, you got to make sure the playing field is level. And on top of that, don't be bringing in a bunch of remote, like, don't be bringing in a bunch of people who aren't the best and the brightest, but you just bringing them in because they work for less. I mean, this is the same thing they used to do with Mexican people. They let this dude come in, bro ain't making the soup as good as you making it, but he willing to do it for half the cost. So all of a sudden, they over here pumping him up. We've all dealt with this at work. I
Yeah.
used to work at a fucking grocery store. They had this Mexican bitch named Anna come in. Bitch couldn't even read or write, but somehow she was like, they promoted her. She got promoted over me, and I'm like, how the hell? And I found out, one, she was an illegal immigrant. Two, she was fucking our district manager. But he was the guy tried to pump her up to make her seem like she was all that. But the reality is, bro was just fucking her. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying, because I know that type of foul play goes on in the workplace in America. And that's just why I agree with you. But on top of that, we as Americans need to stay vigilant. And I also agree with you with the black community. Like, shut the fuck up, because most of us don't even care about doing no tech job or nothing.
We got to. And
And
that's
we
where I come from, because that's where I'm part of, bro. Like,
and we
bro,
need
them
to
young folks, bro, I don't know a lot of us that can go up there and really do our thing. You feel me? So,
right. But
I mean, but
Like Hakeem was saying, a lot of people think tech jobs require like all this incredible intellect. Trust me, they don't. I
they
see
don't.
people. I'm downtown Long Beach right now. I see people working tech jobs that are dumb as fuck, dumb as a doorknob. Like, can't even turn on a computer. Like, it's really like any job. They train you how to do it, and if you can be
Oh,
trained like a monkey, then you could do the
yeah.
job. You know,
I want to.
we need to start going after them jobs though, for real.
Yeah. I
Well,
want to say
go ahead.
one thing. I agree with Rooster. I like your point. You made a lot of great points. I love the fact that
Thank you.
you actually brought that. I think it's a matter of like and I understand. Yeah, we definitely need like people who are coming from foreign places definitely have some merit. Like they can't be just working for cheap. They just need to bring more to the table, qualifications. So that just quick. I definitely 100% agree with you. You made great points. Thank you.
Appreciate
Hey,
it.
all right. Thank all y'all. Rob, go ahead, my brother. Close this out because we had and also don't forget, it's still not too late to contribute to the stream. We got a
Hey,
$5
Brandon, hold on.
challenge
Hey,
going.
hey, before you cut me off, I just want to say, man, usually when you and Nefertari on, man, y'all make a good, y'all. I like your conversations. I'm gonna try to catch y'all like sooner next time. I just came in the house and I was listening,
Thank
and I
you.
had to show my support. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna try to
I
catch
agree.
y'all sooner next time and participate next time, man. You know what I mean? So y'all go ahead, have a good night, man.
Hey, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for the contribution. And thank you for
Peace.
hopping up and giving your input.
All right.
Go ahead, my brother Rob. Thank